Go get a pie. It's fucking pointing down. Fucking hell. There we go. What the fuck is going on? Just listen to this. I'll turn it up.
That can't be faked. You've built a life of freedom, stability, and contentment, and that threatens those still searching for it. You don't need to prove anything, yet your courage and ambition shine through. You're open to life, unshaken by setbacks, and that unsettles those who live in fear. It's not what you do, it's who you are. And for some, that's a reminder of what they're missing. But don't let their resentment dim your light. They see what they lack, but you see the path ahead. Keep moving forward, not for them, but for you. Despite staying humble and low-key, you still attract jealousy and resentment. It's because your energy speaks volumes without you saying a word. You walk with a quiet confidence, a sense of peace that can't be faked. You've built a life of freedom, stability, and contentment, and that threatens those still searching for it. You don't need to prove anything, yet your courage and ambition shine through.
Right.
You're open to life,
Heard that?
unshaken by setbacks, and that unsettles those who live in fear.
I'm sure the people who understand my channel,
Good evening, ladies.
That's what you were like. We were like that. We hide that now. We hide that. We used to not walk with arrogance, but you know, we were confident in ourselves. We knew what was going on around us. Everything, you know, and you know, you'd get people. It was like a build-up, you know, like from a kid, you know. It just built up more and more. And a lot of people like that have that confidence, and you know where you go in that sense. We're not academics, but yet we've held very important roles, as in jobs and in positions and stuff like that, where, you know, it wouldn't matter if you're an academic. But over time, you know, people just pick at you, you know, they pick at you, and it just pisses you off. Just pisses you off. You know, people want to see if you're the real deal, you know. So, you know, they'll just pick, you know. Never mind the fact that they've picked for 5 years. You know, everyone around you has been watching it. And then after 5 years, you turn around and go and get yourself. Fuck you, fuck it. And everyone goes, see? I knew it. He was hiding that. No. If I'd done that on the first go. Oscar! If you'd done that on the first go. Oscar! What the fuck are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What? What? What?
What the fuck is that? What's that?
I'll get the sun. Oh! Have a look at this, people. We have a little possum. Oscar has found a little possum. There we go. Look at him. Yeah. But we can't see him. That little dot up there. Little ring-tailed possum. Oscar's seen it. You can hear it. Look at it. It's frozen. Hey? See? They all come to this garden. See my garden? My beautiful garden. Where geckos and praying mantises and an Oscar is. Hey? What are you doing? Leave the possum alone. Look at him. You poor little bugger's scared. Hey? So that's what I've been hearing. Hello, buddy. Hey? Have a look at him. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, I'll see if I can zoom in. Should be able to zoom in. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, yeah. There he is. Look at that. Welcome to the outback of Reservoir, where we have little ring-tailed possums and geckos and praying mantises and an Oscar. Oscar. Say hello to your viewers. Go on, say hello to your viewers. Go on, let him know. Say hello. Yep, there he is. Hey? Good on ya. Hey? Picking on a little possum. Little possum. You get it. Hey? Leave him alone. Fucking these Maramas, mate. They fucking hear anything, I tell you. Anything. And he will fucking let everyone know that something's going on. Oh yeah. Don't know what to expect with JB's videos. Could be anything. Anything. Yeah, but getting back to it, you know, like, what the fuck's going on, mate? I mean, honestly, I don't understand society. Like, I have two caddies now, right? I have a Harley Davidson, and I've got these little mini bikes. That's my race bike over there, right? And I've got a quad in the trailer with my another mate who passed away. He had a funny story about that. He had a postie bike, right? Years ago, right? So he was riding it around one day, on a hot day, round and round, because, you know, postie bikes, they're air cooled. You know, on a hot day, it got hot, so the fuel evaporated, right? So then he's, you know, conked out. So he's poured some petrol down the garby, kick, and the thing's caught fire. So he's turned the hose on it. Anyway, long story short, took the engine out of the fucking frame for whatever it is, I don't know. The engine ended up staying right where it was for the next fucking 15 years. Right? Might always bug him. What are you doing with that engine? No, one day I'll get around to it. Finally, after about 15 years, I just worked in. I said, I'm taking that fucking engine, right? Mind you, this is when I was back, you know, and I was going through my thing on the, you know, on the gear and that. Still hadn't lost my talent to touch an engine, right? Anyway, I took the engine, got it home. I'm home for about 10 minutes. Mind you, this engine's been sitting in the dirt, the sun, 15 years out in the middle of the, you know, the backyard. You know, I get it home, I put it in a quad frame, a postie bike engine, put it in a quad frame, pull the spark plug out, have a look at it, 10 minutes. You know, I don't even pre-start it to know that it's going to start. I'll take a video and I send it to him. It's after 10 minutes of me getting home. Right? And I started it with my hand. Up at the start, started running. And it's changing gears and everything. It's like these things. These Italian bikes. Right? I've got no owner's manual. I've got nothing. You know, I pulled that engine apart, it's down to nothing, and I put it back together. It's a pisser. You know, I'm changing it as I'm making one good one, because on that engine up there, the the gear selector spring was a bit mangled and it broke. So I'm waiting on one of them. And it had a broken piston ring. So I'm waiting on that. Otherwise, I pulled them apart. I've got no owner's manual, no workshop manual, nothing. You know, I just, you know, whatever I touch with an engine, yeah, I'm pretty good with, you know. I mean, I worked on my own Desmo. But yeah, just, what is it with people, you know, fucking hell, you know. I went on a ride, when I went on a ride. They're all Harley riders, right? You know, big, yes, Harley riders, flying a Harley, flying a Harley, you know? Oh, fuck, mate, I tell a couple of dirty jokes and these fucking blokes go, Wait a minute, what's this here, really? Like that, like it was fucking inappropriate. I turned around and I said, you do know we're riding Harleys, huh? You know? Women should be in crotchless pants, tits out, whiskey over here, you know, band over here, rooting on the bale of hay, you know, and men roaring around on their Harleys, you know? Yeah? We're on Harleys. You're all looking at me like I'm a fucking, huh? I mean, fucking hell, mate, you know? When 1% clubs start wearing no socks, or they are really wearing socks, they're wearing the little ones, and they're a 1% gang. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, have you seen them? I mean, I don't know. You know, I was watching this, just how things have changed. You know, like, people are getting their noses put out of joint. And, you know, you might be in a strip club and you yell out, show your tits, and people are, oh, that's a bit inappropriate. You're in a strip club, mate. What's the matter? It's what you do here, you know? Have a line of cocaine, off some titties, and fucking have a shot. Party's on, you know. Well, maybe not with drug use, okay. But fucking hell, people have just gotten so fucking hoity-toity, you know, hoity-toity. Fuck hell, get a grip of yourself, mate. You know, do you even touch your own penis when you're having a piss? You know, you sit down and have a piss there. Fucking Christ. You know, fuck, you know, it's changed, isn't it? But I was this with in Australia we have these you know, notorious gang disputes. You know, it's either in Melbourne or it's in Sydney, and that Queensland's just fucked, right? So in Sydney it's the Lebos, right? They're all shooting each other, all the Lebos, right? Yeah, to tell you how fucked up the Lebos are, right? We have a famous John Ibrahim, right? Okay, the you know, king of the cross, right? And he's done good for himself, you know. Anyway, he's got a family and stuff like that. Anyway, so you've got to love his brother, don't you? His older brother, you know, fantastic. His older brother's in a bikie gang, you know. John Ibrahim's son, you know, he's got a son, right? So obviously, you know, John Ibrahim's brother, which is his son's uncle, right? And that somehow manages to get John Ibrahim's son involved in drug trafficking, and they're both in jail. You just got to love your brother for doing that to your son, don't you? Hey? It's just, you know, grouse, you know? Fantastic. Yeah, let's just go and, you know, my life's shit as a bikie, you know? So I'm going to go and fuck my brother's son's life up, you know? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Fucking narrow-mindedness, mate. Oh, fuck me. It's like like Kiddenborough, you know? He was shot at a cafe, right? By Nabil Nimby was sitting there. He fucking legged it, mate, like as if he didn't fucking know it was a setup. But anyway, who am I to speak? And I watched the video because I just found it's how they praise these fuckhead crooks. You know, just all right. The life's. I mean, to fear them. You know where they're scary. These new age crooks. They're scary because they don't give a fuck. Meaning, about a dollar, about an earn, about where they want to be in the future. They don't hold anything precious. You know, when I was growing up, mate, you know, I mean, I'm not the be all of the crook world, but you know, I've certainly seen it, me fair amounts of it, and it wasn't fucking easy. Even getting into it, even if you were born into it, it wasn't fucking easy. Now it's so easy. Everything's gotten easy. You know, want to be a crook now? Just get a Louis Vuitton sash. You know, get some little tennis socks, pair of Nikes, tan your legs, shave them, right? And get a V-rod. Yeah? Fucking joke. They don't even walk alone. That's the best part. They don't even walk alone. And they can't, and they set fire to themselves. Oh, we got a trade over here at the for my overseas subscribers. Melbourne's going through a tobacco war. And as they say, you know, being tobacco, where there's smoke, there's fire. Well, believe you me, the Lebos are putting fire everywhere, right? So far, there's been 280 tobacco stores have been fire-bombed and targeted. You want to see something, mate? These fucking idiots, mate. They can't even throw a Molotov cocktail properly. Fucking Christ. And the brains. You know, like these two. So, to give you an idea how smart they are, right? When Melbourne had e-scooters, right? These two Levos, right? They wanted to firebomb this restaurant on South Bank. So in South Bank you can't drive your car up there. So it's just funny talking to them. These fucking idiots. They've pulled up in their AMG, you know, stealthily, and they've gone, fuck, it's a bit of a walk. You know what they've done next? They've got these e-scooters in Melbourne. Well, they used to anyway. So with these e-scooters, how do you get one? You got to put your details in, don't you? You get your phone, you get the app, right, and then you pay for it. What have you just done? Just given your details. And they get the e-scooters and they go to the petrol station. Then they go and fill up the Jerry's. Then they come all the way back, ride along with these e-scooters. Mind you, these e-scooters are sat-nav. They've got their details. They've got fucking everything. These fucking smart fucks. The crooks of today, eh? Fucking hell. They get to the restaurant. One of them pulls out the sledgehammer, right? He throws the fucking, you know, sledgehammer at the window. It pulls him through. He's that fucking, you know, that thing. It pulls him through. Opens his arm up, you know. Fucking, he's flicking blood everywhere. It's all right. No worries, mate. It's all good. His mate's there to back him up. He's just doused him with petrol. So that's all right. So he lit him up. That's cauterised the wound. So now you see this fireball on a scooter and his mate taken off. Oh, mate. Someone, that fucking joke. The crooks of today. I don't give a fuck anymore. There are no crooks. I was with some friends and these young blokes that were talking. You know, you can't help but overhear them. They're fucking on this. And I said, you want to know how to be a good cook today? How to be the winning cook. Right? This is how you be the winning cook today in this day and age, right? Whoever rings the police first and rats out the other. That's how it is today. There's fuckheads out there that are owed money, right? You know, thousands, not just $500. We're talking 100 grand, $500,000, right? And how much did he owe you? 100,000. When did he take that? A year ago. A year ago? Get the fuck away from that, mate. Just not in my day, just with me in principle, you know. You owed me 100 grand. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be whinging about it a year later. I wouldn't be whinging about it at all. In fact, if I hadn't done anything, I wouldn't even fucking be telling anyone, that someone owed me 100 grand. I wouldn't. No, I couldn't do it. Fuck. It wouldn't happen anyway. It wouldn't happen. Jesus Christ, you know. Back in the 70s, you got a bullet. You got a bullet in the leg, or you got shot at, you know, simple, and it hit you. The bullet just didn't pass by. Not like the bikies. The bikies go around and they shoot up tattooists, and that when they're closed. I don't get that. Why would you shoot up a tattooist when they're closed? I don't understand that. To me, if you pick up a weapon, mate, you know, you're going hunting. You know, if you're going to smash glass, just pick up rocks. Yeah. I don't get it. Now everything's so easy, you know. Mate, it wasn't easy being a crook. It wasn't easy. It wasn't even easy getting into it, even if you wanted to be a crook. Crooks would just kick you out. Yep. And how many fathers, you know, stand over men, or, you know, just painters and dockers and whatever, you know, they did that shit so their children didn't have to worry about, you know, these kids today, their parents just go, go steal a car. You know, this mum out the fucking back door, and then get a slab of beer, will you? You're knocking off the car. Go pinch a slab of beer. And encourage their kids. Fuck. You know, toothless fucks. Good for a suck. You know? I don't get it. But yeah, like that. It just pisses you off. It's not that you stop doing it, you just, well, there's nothing to do it for anymore, is there? You've got houses. So last night the Jews were at their synagogue, right? At their place. They just didn't set a synagogue up. Like, you know, flashbang synagogue, back up. No, it's been there for quite a number of years. And the Palestinians go and protest there. I mean, oh, mate. You know, this war that's happening over there, whether it's right nor wrong, okay? We're not a party to it, but one thing is history can say is this: the Jews were persecuted. They were innocent. You know, Hitler went after them, simple as that. And they've just been persecuted the whole way. You know, people have talked down about them and stuff. But we're not dealing with a country that doesn't like them. We're not even, it's a terrorist cell. How's it sit? How's it sitting with you? How can you support a terrorist cell? We've had Hamas, you know, riots, protests in Melbourne. In London you have. Oh, I couldn't believe that. Fucking a known terrorist cell, Hamas. Are you fucking mental? Are you mental? You know, they're not going after, their cause is a belief. Do you understand that? It's not where you live. It's a belief. They're killing people on a belief. It's like, you know, I just don't. to be nice, to walk around. Yeah. People like us that have those, traits, where you can sort of, you've had it happen. I'm sure you've walked in a room and you're going to make a room, go very quiet because there's a sense about you. People do have an aura about them. Yeah. And you know what hurts? What hurts the most is when it's your friends or your family that really hang on it. And as soon as something goes wrong, they drop the ball on you. It's probably why I don't like footy. Don't like ball sports unless it involves a pair of tits. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I was watching this video, as I said, about this, and I got on there and I said, it's a fucking joke. How easy it is to become anything these days. It's easy to become a crook, easy to become a tough guy, easy, tough guys today. But mate, if you told me when I started working in public bars when I was 17, 9 months, that come around the 2000s, right, 1% bike clubs are going to be wearing shorts with shaved legs and fake tan and Nikes, I'd go, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, right? And men will be drinking water with no socks on in public bars with little runners on. Get the fuck out of here. Go walk into a public bar now. Fuck. Looks like a fucking gay bar. Louis Vuitton fucking everywhere, Fucking Burberry fucking, Jesus Christ. They've all got fucking, even the blokes fucking getting fucking, what is it? Yeah, collagen, is it? Fuck. Every fucking dickhead's on steroids. They don't train hard. They just pump up. Wouldn't train hard. Yeah, I took steroids. I fucking trained my ass out. Fucking trained fucking like a dog, mate. I was telling someone, it's, where at pubs I worked, when you knew, you were going to get tested, and these blokes, you got to watch yourself. But that's the thing I did. I never thought I was better than anyone. So I was always, that's why I never had to worry, about doing anything wrong. Not saying doing anything wrong, meaning, if I did something, it wasn't a deliberate action to offend anybody. It was an accident. So, I didn't deliberately do it. So you would have seen that. So if you're going to spark a fight over that, you're a dickhead. It was an accident. You all would have seen that, but you want to make something of it, well, bring it on. I'll kick your ass. I don't know why, but I will. I'll kick your ass. You know why? Because I'm not in the wrong. And that. Anyway, when I was working in the pubs and that, I knew the guys, the older blokes, about my age, a bit older, hard men. And there was about 6 of them. Like rock, except I was iron, they were rock. Anyway, and I was big back then. And I was working at this pub one out, and they come around the corner, 6 of them, not drunk. They're the ones you watch, the ones who don't drink, might have half a pot. And they're ready, and they're sneaky. And some of them are alright, some of them are alright. Anyway, I'm there out the front having my latte, and they come around the corner, and they go, one of them goes loudmouth and grip, with his little chicken mate, yeah. And there's always a yanger in the background. There he is, the big fella, eh? Oh, mate, I got in this fucker's face that quick, right up close, personal. You know, I was sucking his air before he got it, right? And I said to him, you think that I go to the gym and I think of you? I get worked up to lift up weights because I'm thinking of people I don't like? Is that what you think? Mate, if that was the case, I would have pissed my pants and the weight would have crushed me. The last thing I'm doing is thinking of you when I lift. So it might pay you to think what's inside that makes me lift. It's in here, keeping this calm. All right? Well, that got rid of 3 of them, and that's the thing. That's why I say, have a look at someone's persona, the way they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it. I wasn't going to the gym for the job. I was doing the job when I was 17, 9 months, right? You know, it's like me bike racing, you know. It was the guys who were racing that said to me, Justin, have you thought about racing? Because you're turning your tyres blue on the road. Oh, okay. So I thought about it and did it. You know? But the gym, yeah, I did everything backwards. I rode horses, broke every bone in my body, boxing, and then after I've done all that, broke me back, my neck, fucking everything else like that, then I go, oh, let's go to the gym and push some weights around. But I noticed the calmness. I did. There's something about a solitary sport that it just calms you. I'm not talking about, you know, tennis. I'm talking about solitary sports where it's you and a crossbow. It's your power. So archery, you know, gym where you got to lift weight, gymnastics on the pommel, anything to do with you. Not target shooting because it's got a velocity in it, a bullet. It's something that your energy. There's something about that brings it. It's even fishing, you know. There's a calmness, and you fall into a rhythm, and it calms you, and it does. It really does. You know, like I won Mr. Victoria, but that wasn't my plan, but to get the results that I wanted in myself, in anything you go into, you have to set goals. My goal for the gym was just to lift more weight. And then when I, you know, paid attention to myself, you know, getting out of the shower, going, got a bit of shape there. Had a look, you know. And of course, you know, we've all got our idols and certain things, and I don't know. My 2 idols were Dorian Yates and I forget his name. Marcus Rule. Marcus Rule, mate. You know, and Dorian Yates. 2 of the most wrongest people to do bodybuilding. Like Dorian Yates, he literally tore every muscle in his body to shape it. And he showed what you can do through grit and hard work with limited funds. You know, Marcus Rule, he was funny. Marcus Rule got into bodybuilding because he he blew his knee out. He was a soccer player. So he asked his coach, he said, how do I fix my leg quick, you know, get it strong again? He says, go to the gym. You know, We know what happened there. He didn't leave the gym. He was the first bodybuilder to hit the Mr. Olympia stage in competition weight over 300 pounds. Just an immense size. You know, like, yeah, right, you can take your steroids and stuff like that, but that's just, I mean, he was warming up on, 300 pounds. I mean, I was big myself, you know. You don't feel the weight anymore. You just lift. You're calm. And it's good. It doesn't last, because you meet somebody and, you let them in and, you open up a little bit. Because when you were calm and you were training, doing your sport, archery, whatever you're doing, you are protective of it. So when you came across people in your sport, you were very staunch and very protective, and there was nothing to lose, and you protected. And there was no, oh, but it's all right. No, it wasn't all right. But when you meet someone that all right creeps in, and the person that you meet, you have feelings for, and they should know better too, that you're letting them into a world that you've been a part of and protected, and it's shaped you, and obviously they've paid notice of it, and it's, they like the person you are, and they've come in and sort of like messed around in that little percent of your world that made you a good part of you, and they sort of desecrated it a bit. They didn't respect it, and you sort of went, oh, that's all right. Well, it's not all right. It's not all right. And regardless of feelings, you got to pull them up on it, and you might lose them. Oh well, that wasn't the one for you then. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to hear this video and they're going to go, yeah, that's what I should have done. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Because even though, there was no one in my life with me, I was happy. I was happy. Wasn't wanting for anything, Had my gym, had my work, had my bike outside of work. See, that was the thing with me. Like, I had different lives, but they weren't different lives where I'd lie. You know what I mean? Like, went to the gym, that was one. Then I was in security, that was another. Then it'd be cook mates, we'd do cook thing, Then I'd ride my motorbike, and we go away from weekends. And when you go away, you meet people in different towns and whatever, and everyone in the bike clubs and that goes, everywhere we go, Justin always knows someone. And I did, but no one ever asked, do you know him? They just had a feeling. That's Justin, he knows a lot of people. But they knew me, they knew me not to judge me, they knew me not to ask. It was all separate. It never crossed over. Things never crossed over. You know, they could see I was getting bigger, but I wasn't taking time away from them. And they weren't coming into my, you know, what's going on. Now, if you get the strength back to go back to what you enjoyed, or not, I won't say enjoyed, what calmed you. Don't let anybody desecrate it, no matter what you're feeling for them. Because if they're really a friend or a potential partner, they'll tread careful, as you would, as you probably did in theirs. These people today, they don't give a fuck. They think they can slam doors and fucking walk in your life and slam doors and, you know, and just walk out. They don't even look back. And you're like, yeah, the world's like that, isn't it? You know, I said to someone once, I said, you know why people don't fucking come up? Why people don't talk about their mental health or their past or something that triggers them or anything like that? You know why people don't talk about it? Because there's people out there that take opportunists on it. You know, and then when something goes wrong, they go, oh, it's a thing, you know, nervous breakdown, or her, you know, because, you know, she was sexually assaulted, you know, she's carrying on it, you know, yeah, maybe she overthought it. Nah, mate, nah, let me tell you something, you fuckers. You fucking people who've never fucking suffered nothing, who exploit, who prey on people who've been hurt, right? Let me tell you something. And I said this, right? I need to keep a check of myself. Okay? I really do. You know why? Because I put a fucking gun in my mouth, right? And I pulled the fucking trigger. Okay? And the bullet came out. And it blew me fucking tooth out. Okay? Now, it wasn't Danny that saved me. It was something that he did in his video. It just made me laugh. Okay? So, after it went off, and I felt complete and utter fucking like, oh, fuck. I failed. Here we go. I didn't want to be explaining anything. I didn't want fucking pity. All I thought was embarrassment. Fucking hell, right? But let me tell you this. Don't ever think you can get one over us. Because once I did that, I realised you can do it. I can fucking do it. So I've got to keep a check on myself. A real tight check on myself. And everything fucking around me. And everything coming in and out of my fucking life. I've got to keep a check on. Yeah? So if you think that you're going to spin a yarn of bullshit, think again. Because you're not keeping a check of yourself. I'm checking you. I've already checked you. I already know you. Isn't that? You little thing. Eh? Like a little fucking mite. You know? If it wasn't for the people who've suffered pain. You know what built this earth? People's pain. People's efforts. Thoughts for others built this world. The people that are living in it now have no thought for others and it's crumbling. There's no care for others and it's crumbling. People aren't doing anything for anybody anymore and it's crumbling. Years ago, we all did something and it was for others. As much as it was for us, it was for others. And it worked. But now there's this couldn't give a shit attitude. Well, what about me? I'm black. I'm fucking Islamic. I'm fucking this. I'm fucking that. No, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm a wobbly head. I don't give a fuck. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? That's what I want to know. What are you about? What do you want? How are you going to get it? If all I hear it out of your fucking mouth is me, then fuck off. That's all I hear anymore. And you know what? When I put my finger up, oh fuck. And that's why we don't put our finger up, because we don't want to look like a fucking me person. But you fucking idiots out there, if it wasn't for people like us, yeah, who did things for ourselves but also for others first, you'd be fucked. You'd be fucked. As it is, you don't know if you're a fucking man or a woman or a dog or a cat or a fucking bird. Fuck. So, you know, fucking Christ, trying to get us to believe fucking in bullshit. In bullshit. And you're only playing the merry-go-round anyway. Just half of you's a fucking, you know, you just take running, jumping on the train, taking the piss. You know? So if you do get a chance to get back into that little area that you were going to the gym or something that you did was yours, you know, it pulled you into line. Because to make it all work, you've got to change your life. You've got to change the way you eat, sleep, think, everything. Sports, when I was racing bikes, you're one with the machine. You have to be. You can't fight it. But not only that, you've got the wind, you got the rain, you got, you know, dirt, everything to take into consideration that you're fighting against, to come across when you're on a bike, racing, you know, or riding it, just riding hard. You got to think of these things. These fuckers today, mate, you see them riding around Melbourne, around, you know, see them on the streets of America and stuff. These fucking spastics, they get out there in their gangs and they're fucking doing their fucking monos and that. They're endangering people, mate. Look, yeah, no worries. I'm not little Lord Fauntleroy. I'm not saying that, but it was different. We didn't abuse it like that. We weren't doing it in front of people, mate. I'd pull a mono on my own, just on my own. If anyone asks me to pull a mono, no, won't do it. It's when I feel like doing it. As soon as you do it because someone asks, potential fuck up is about to happen. You know. So yeah, and even going back to those places, you know, those people, they've seen where we've come from and what we've walked out with, and people have given us the notoriety that we weren't after to start with, and they've gone, oh, I'll go to the gym and I'm going to be just like him. You know, I race bikes. I held certain races in high regard, but I didn't want to be them. I went to the gym, yeah, you know, Dorian Yates and Marcus Rule, you know, yeah, I held them in high regard, but I didn't want to be them. As soon as you want to be that person, you fucked it. Look at Lou Ferrigno and Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Lou Ferrigno's father hated his son because he was deaf, and his father was a New York cop, and he bastardised Lou Ferrigno, you know, and made him think, you got to beat Arnold, you got to beat Arnold, you got to beat Arnold, got to beat Arnold. Just drummed it into him, got to beat Arnold, got to beat Arnold, got to beat Arnold, you know. And that's all the Ferrigno wanted to do, was beat Arnold. That's what all he went to do. First competition against Arnold Schwarzenegger won. You know, Lou Ferrigno was massive, right? What did Arnold Schwarzenegger do? Fucked with his brain and retired. What happened? What happened to Lou Ferrigno? Didn't know what to fucking do. Did not know what to do. Because it was in his head just to beat Arnold. I say this about Wayne Gardner, you know, people go, oh, Wayne Gardner's a legend. You know, I'll tell you, Wayne Gardner had balls. He was like the Seth Enslow of like Krusty Demons of Dirt, even though Seth Enslow wasn't Krusty Demons of Dirt, he was on his own, right? Just had balls. He went out there and gave it a go. But there was no technique, there was no passion. He just wanted that. And he got it. He got it once, won the World Championship. But Michael Doohan, nah. He was the Swan Lake, mate. You know, the surgeon. You know, Max Biaggi, you know. Look at him. Prick, Max Biaggi. You know? Yeah, so when you get into those areas, protect them. You know, doesn't matter who it is. It could be your wife, your son, your daughter, your dad, your mum. Doesn't matter. They walk into those, you invite them into those areas that have made you what you are, and they don't appreciate it, or they kick around in, you know, like this. Tell them, pull them up, pull them up. Pull them up on real shit. People are blooming over bullshit out there. Fucking bullshit. Yeah. Anyway, just share that with you. And I bought Mary an oven today, so she can cook her own box. Go get a pie.